こんばんは。リラックスしながらお聞きください。英語で国内ニュースから今日の主なニュースをお届けします。
Typhoon number 7 is moving south of Shionomisaki, Wakayama Prefecture. It is expected to approach the Pacific coast of eastern Japan tonight, June 27th. Very heavy rain is feared again in the Tokai and Kanto regions. Typhoon number 8 has changed into an extratropical cyclone east of Japan. Residents should stay alert for potential hazards.
A sinkhole about 9 meters long and 6 meters deep has appeared in a residential area of Tegawa City, Fukuoka Prefecture. Residents nearby have been evacuated. The area is a former coal mine with underground tunnels. Heavy rain may have contributed to this mining damage. Authorities are investigating the cause and ensuring public safety.
In Hirao Town, Yamaguchi Prefecture, a landslide occurred behind a house on the night of June 26th. Mud flowed into the residence. One person is currently missing, and 3 others were injured. Police, firefighters, and the self-defense forces are continuing rescue operations at the scene. Search efforts are underway to find the missing individual.
An earthquake with a maximum intensity of 6 weeks struck Yamanashi Prefecture on the night of June 26th. Its epicenter was in eastern Yamanashi and the Fuji Five Lakes area. The Japan Meteorological Agency warns that earthquakes of similar intensity could occur for about 1 week. Residents are also advised to be cautious of landslides as rain is expected.
World Cup debutant Cape Verde has made history by advancing to the knockout stage. Despite achieving 3 consecutive draws in their group matches, they secured second place. This impressive feat means Cape Verde will now face Argentina, the Group J leader, in the round of 32. Their progression was confirmed after Uruguay's defeat to Spain.
Japan has advanced to the knockout stage of the FIFA World Cup North America. In their third group stage match, Japan drew 1-1 against Sweden. This result gives Japan 5 points from 1 win and 2 draws, securing second place in Group F, behind the Netherlands. Their next match will be against Brazil.
Iran's Revolutionary Guard announced attacks on several U.S. military bases in the Gulf region on June 27th. This was in retaliation for U.S. airstrikes inside Iran. The Revolutionary Guard warned of broader retaliation if U.S. aggression continues. Earlier, the U.S. military had announced airstrikes on Iran, responding to Iran's attack on a cargo ship in the Strait of Hormuz.
A small plane reportedly crashed into Beijing's tallest building, the 109-story CITIC Tower, on the afternoon of June 26th. Social media footage showed debris falling and a damaged taxi on the ground. Emergency services responded, and people were evacuated. There has been no official announcement from Chinese authorities regarding the incident. The type of aircraft appears to be a light sport plane.
A doctor at Onsen Hospital in Wakayama Prefecture failed to identify a subarachnoid hemorrhage from a CT scan of a 45-year-old man in May. The patient later required emergency surgery at a different hospital. Onsen Hospital, which lacks a full-time radiologist, confirmed the condition only the following day after external review. The hospital has apologized and is investigating the incident.
A proposed amendment to the Imperial House law suggests that male children adopted from former imperial families could be eligible for imperial succession. The bill aims to secure the number of imperial family members by allowing male descendants from these families to be adopted. However, this specific provision was not discussed during cross-party negotiations, potentially leading to controversy.
次は社会のニュースです。
Typhoon number 7 is south of Wakayama and is expected to approach eastern Japan's Pacific coast tonight. While Typhoon number 8 became an extratropical cyclone, regions like Tokai and Kanto still face a risk of very heavy rain. Residents should stay alert for weather warnings and prepare for strong winds.
An earthquake with a maximum intensity of Shindo 6- struck eastern Yamanashi on the 26th. The Japan Meteorological Agency advises caution for about 1 week, as similar quakes could occur. Residents should also be vigilant against landslides, especially with rain expected in the area.
Oshima Town in Tokyo's Izu Islands received a level 4 landslide warning from the Japan Meteorological Agency. With an extremely high risk of landslides, strict vigilance is essential. Residents should check local evacuation information and be prepared to act quickly for their safety.
A landslide occurred behind a house in Hirao-cho, Yamaguchi Prefecture on the night of the 26th. Mud flowed into the home, leaving 1 person missing and 3 injured. Police, fire department, and self-defense forces are continuing their rescue operations at the site.
A draft amendment to the Imperial House law indicates that a male child adopted from a former imperial family member would be eligible for imperial succession. This provision, aimed at securing imperial family numbers, was not discussed in prior cross-party talks and could spark objections.
Today marks 32 years since the Matsumoto sarin attack, which killed 8 residents. In Matsumoto City, Nagano Prefecture, the local community association set up a flower stand at the incident site. This provides a place for people to mourn the victims and remember the tragic event.
Akutagawa Prize-winning author Kaoru Shoji, known for Be Careful, Little Red Riding Hood, passed away on April 5 at age 88. His popular 4-part series sold over 3.6 million copies. He published no new novels for nearly half a century after that acclaimed series.
A 9-meter-long, 6-meter-deep sinkhole appeared in a residential area of Tagawa City, Fukuoka Prefecture, leading to resident evacuations. The site is a former coal mine with underground tunnels. Heavy rain is suspected to be a contributing factor to the ground collapse.
The Deposit Insurance Corporation will buy 3.1 billion yen in unrecoverable loans from Iwaki Shinkumi Credit Union. These loans, linked to antisocial forces, were part of massive illicit lending. The credit union stated that processing related to the scandal is now complete.
A Tokyo court ruled that an 80 million yen salary paid to a former Hino city vice mayor as a hospital director advisor was illegal. The current mayor must seek 19.5 million yen in damages from the former mayor and 2 officials, as the payment violated local government law.
次はビジネス関連のニュースです。
An earthquake with a maximum intensity of 6 weeks struck Yamanashi Prefecture on June 26th. As of June 27th, 10 people across Kanagawa, Yamanashi, and Shizuoka prefectures sustained minor injuries. The Fire and Disaster Management Agency reported this. Authorities advise caution for about a week due to possible aftershocks and warn against misinformation.
Honda President Toshihiro Mibe apologized at the shareholders' meeting on June 26th. The company recorded its first-ever loss, over 400 billion yen, for the fiscal year ending March 2026. This large deficit resulted from a review of their electric vehicle strategy. Mibe expressed deep apologies to shareholders for their concern.
The U.S. government has partially lifted restrictions on advanced AI models. On June 26th, Reuters reported that AI developer Anthropic can now provide its Claude Mythos 5 model to some companies. This decision allows broader access to the cutting-edge artificial intelligence technology.
President Trump stated on social media on June 26th that he would impose 100% tariffs on countries that levy digital services taxes on U.S. tech companies. He indicated this measure would apply to all products exported to the U.S. Trump views these taxes, common in Europe, as discriminatory.
Hakone Town announced on June 26 plans for an accommodation tax of 350 yen per person per night, starting April 2028. This will be Japan's first ordinary tax for lodging, meaning funds can be used for general administrative services, not just tourism. The town expects 1.41 billion yen annually.
Nissan is recalling over 600,000 Note Aura, and X-Trail models manufactured from November 2020 to April 2026. The June 26th recall is for a faulty battery control device that can incorrectly detect issues, potentially causing power loss and vehicle stoppage. One property damage accident occurred with no injuries.
Volkswagen VW plans to cut up to 100,000 jobs and close 4 plants in Germany. The Financial Times reported on June 26th. This major restructuring aims to accelerate reforms as Chinese manufacturers gain market share in Europe. It would represent one of the largest job cuts by a European company.
Kawasaki Heavy Industries and European aerospace giant Airbus announced a partnership on June 26 to develop defense drones. They will integrate Kawasaki's anti-submarine surveillance systems into Airbus's Eurodrone. The joint effort aims to propose these aircraft to the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force, utilizing Eurodrone's long endurance.
The government plans to consider state ownership of facilities for ammunition and supplies, outsourcing production to private companies. This aims to ensure a stable supply during emergencies and maintain sustained combat capability. This policy will be included in this year's Basic Policy on Economic and Fiscal Management.
A plan to fund a virtually zero consumption tax on food starting April 2027 has been effectively postponed until year-end budget decisions. The proposal, discussed on June 26th, aims to lower the food consumption tax to 1% for 2 years. This delay in securing the 10 trillion yen funding sparked criticism.
では、スポーツニュースをお伝えします。
Cape Verde made history by advancing to the FIFA World Cup knockout stage. They finished second in Group H behind Spain after drawing 0-0 with Saudi Arabia and Spain defeating Uruguay 1-0. Cape Verde secured their spot. This marks their first ever progression to the round of 32, where they will play against Argentina.
Uruguay faced an unexpected early exit from the FIFA World Cup group stage. They lost 1-0 to Spain in their final Group H match. Spain's victory secured them first place in the group. Uruguay, a former World Cup champion, finished third with only 2 points, leading to their surprising elimination from the tournament.
The Japan Football Association is considering keeping Hajime Moriyasu as the national team coach for a 3rd term. This follows Japan's 2nd consecutive World Cup knockout stage appearance, despite key players being injured. His leadership and the team's strong performance are highly praised. If approved, Moriyasu would lead Japan for a record 12 years across 3 World Cups.
Kazuma Okamoto hit his 19th home run, a 2-run shot, in his second consecutive game. This feat surpasses Kenji Yoyima's record for most home runs by a Japanese rookie right-handed batter. Okamoto's homer in the 8th inning narrowed the score. However, his team, the Blue Jays, lost 5-4, extending their losing streak to 4 games.
In the FIFA World Cup group stage, Spain defeated Uruguay 1-0 in Group H. This victory secured Spain's position as the group winner. With this result, Spain advances to the knockout stage. They had accumulated 4 points from 1 win and 1 draw before this decisive match.
Japan's national football team has started preparing for their round of 32 match against Brazil. The team returned to their training camp in Nashville, Southern America, following their game against Sweden. Players are now adjusting for the upcoming knockout stage challenge. One player who injured his left knee has been absent since the second match.
In the FIFA World Cup group stage, France defeated Norway 4-1 in Group I. Ousmane Dembele was the star, scoring 3 goals for France. This decisive victory secured France's position as the group winner. They will now advance to the knockout stage of the tournament.
Professional wrestler Joe Doering passed away on June 26 at age 44. He had battled a brain tumor for over a decade. Doering achieved great success in All Japan Pro Wrestling, winning the Triple Crown Heavyweight Championship. His passing was announced by Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, with the wrestling world mourning his loss.
South Korea, facing World Cup elimination, was saved by the Group H results. Spain's 1-0 victory over Uruguay meant Uruguay did not surpass South Korea in points. South Korea finished third in Group A with 3 points. This outcome keeps their hopes alive for a knockout stage spot as a top third-placed team.
Takefusa Kubo is likely to miss Japan's round of 32 match against Brazil. He continues separate training due to a left knee injury from the Netherlands game on June 14th. Kubo has already missed 2 matches. With only 3 days until the Brazil game, his absence would be a significant blow to the Japanese national team.
続いて、国際ニュースです。
The U.S. military launched airstrikes on Iranian missile and drone facilities on June 26th. This was in retaliation for Iran's attack on a cargo ship in the Strait of Hormuz on June 25th. President Trump called the cargo ship attack a foolish violation of the ceasefire. Tensions are escalating, potentially impacting ongoing U.S.-Iran negotiations for a final peace agreement.
A small plane reportedly crashed into a 108-story skyscraper in Beijing, China, on June 26th. Witnesses reported the incident around 5 p.m. Burnt metal fragments and a large wing, likely from the aircraft, were found nearby. Police have not released details, and the cause or any potential injuries remain unknown.
The death toll from 2 major earthquakes in northwestern Venezuela on June 24th has reached 920. National Assembly President Jorge Rodriguez confirmed this on June 26th. Over 3,360 people were injured, and 172 remain trapped under rubble. With more than 50,000 people missing, the total damage and casualties are expected to increase further.
A record-breaking heat wave continued across Europe on June 25th. Spain reported an estimated 212 heat-related deaths between June 21 and 24. The UK and Switzerland broke June temperature records. The Netherlands issued its first red alert for heat. The extreme weather is causing widespread disruptions, affecting transport and schools.
Ukrainian President Zelensky has approved a 40-day operation by the Ukrainian Security Service against Russia. The president stated the goal is to intensify operations for a set period. This move aims to put pressure on Russia to bring an end to the ongoing conflict.
Over 300 Ukrainian children evacuated to Europe cannot return home. Host countries deny their return, citing safety concerns from ongoing attacks. Ukraine's Human Rights Commissioner reported this, calling it a direct violation of the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child. Cases are noted in Italy, Austria, Germany, and Spain.
The International Maritime Organization's Secretary General revealed that approximately 80 mines might be present in the international shipping lanes of the Strait of Hormuz. He emphasized that minesweeping is essential to restore the area to its previous safe condition for maritime traffic.
IAEA Director General Grossi stated Iran's acceptance of nuclear inspections is an obligation. Preparations are underway to process Iran's enriched uranium under IAEA supervision as part of the U.S.-Iran Memorandum. Grossi noted Iran's current enrichment activities are not significant due to past U.S. airstrikes.
Israel and Lebanon signed a framework agreement on June 26 to end fighting with Hezbollah. The U.S. will support its implementation with aid and funding for the Lebanese army. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu noted forces might remain in occupied areas if Hezbollah doesn't disarm. Pilot zones for Israeli withdrawal are also planned.
China's ethnic unity law, effective July 1st, is raising international concerns. It permits punishment for acts against ethnic unity, including those committed outside China. China's Justice Ministry emphasizes extraterritorial application, sparking fears of global free speech suppression. Critics worry about vague definitions and arbitrary enforcement.
続いて、文化・芸能ニュースをお伝えします。
Actor Nijiro Murakami was referred to prosecutors for allegedly assaulting his former girlfriend, causing serious injuries. His agency apologized, stating his actions were excessive when stopping her problematic behavior. Between March and May 2024, he allegedly grabbed her hair and hit her head, causing injuries requiring over a month to heal. Murakami admits the harm.
Fuji Media Holdings and SBI Holdings will form a business alliance. They plan to collaborate on media projects, including joint production of dramas and films. SBI, which owns 7% of Fuji Media HD shares, sees its investment as strategic. SBI is planning a 100 billion yen fund for media investments, and Fuji is considering participation.
Singer Komi Hirose revealed on X she secretly attended a Juice Equals mini live event on June 25th. She was supporting their new EP, which includes her produced song Kura Kura Climax. Fans noticed a voice singing chorus parts in a video. Hirose confirmed, "Yes, I was there. I was singing my part from behind."
Shogi master Sota Fuji, holding 6 titles, defeated Amahiko Sato 9 dan in 58 moves. This victory marks his 13th consecutive win. Fuji now advances to the semifinals of the 74th Oza Tournament Challenger Decision Tournament. He needs 2 more wins to challenge Takumi Ito Oza for the title.
An unopened early Super Mario Bros. Game sold for $3 million, about 483.54 million yen at Heritage Auctions. This sets a new world record for video game collectibles, surpassing the previous record. The rare item is a second production version with a gloss sticker from early 1986.
Retired kickboxer Takeru announced his hospitalization for recurring panic attacks, which lasted over a month. He believes accumulated stress from recent years, released after his April retirement, may be the cause. Takeru had disclosed his panic disorder and depression in 2022. He hopes for greater understanding of mental health issues.
About 60% of Japanese municipalities, 1,057 local governments reported missed NHK reception contracts by March end, primarily for car navigation systems in public vehicles. They paid approximately 2.2 billion yen in unpaid fees. NHK acknowledged that its explanations regarding contract requirements for businesses and devices needed improvement.
The Japan Pen Club, led by Chairman Natsuo Kirino, opposes a proposed flag desecration crime bill. They argue it would severely restrict citizens' freedom of thought and expression. The club finds no reasonable justification for treating flag damage as a graver crime than other objects. Kirino stressed protecting freedom of expression is crucial.
Bandai Namco Filmworks and Pictures apologized for lapses in production of the new SGT Frog movie. Scenes reminiscent of other works, specifically Attack on Titan, went against rights holders' wishes due to serious communication failures internally. They apologized to rights holders and fans, promising to strengthen internal checks to prevent recurrence.
A new Johnny's Jr. group, How's It, has been formed. Its members are Naohiro Oriyama, Takuya Nishimura, Koki Kuroda, Kosei Hiyama, and Wataru Vasayag. Rumors of a new unit began after their Junior Tour 2026 participation was announced. Official artist photos are now revealed, and their tour is titled How's It First Live 2026 Nice to Meet You.
今日のニュースは以上です。最後までお付き合いいただき、ありがとうございました。おやすみなさい。